Alright, so it is April the 5th, 2:53. The market sold off a bit this morning. Actually, it was in a fairly tight range. You know, we saw here in the VIX that we had this ascending triangle pattern, which broke to the upside. Although it was kind of a fake breakout, as you can see here, we had a lot of folks who thought this was a legitimate breakout, and who ended up getting probably stopped out. You know, you had some folks who bought these tops here. And if you're watching the Fibonacci's and you were drawing those grids in, you were expecting an 1870 extension to the extension of 1870. Now that did not happen, so these guys got trapped up here, and since then we've had a nice strong sell-off. So what I'm looking at here now is potential reversal. So what I'm trying to capture here in this live video is that I really would like to see here is if price action here can close or break above 1805, then I'm going to be zooming down to the lower time frame and looking for an opportunity to go long on the VIX. All right, so let's go down to the lower time frame now. I of course use the 2-minute chart, so I'm just going to draw on that level, 1805, and I'm going to be watching that level to see if we can crack above it. And upon a crack above that, I'm going to try to take a low risk entry on this particular instrument. Okay, so at this point here, nothing to really do. We're just going to watch the 1805 level to see if in fact it gets violated. And this is your typical red dog reversal type of scenario, right, where we've had a significant selling to the downside now with selling pressure begin to increase, and you may see a situation, and again this is nothing is confirmed here, where the sellers may get too aggressive, and you may have folks selling too aggressively and get caught down here if there are some buyers who are able to push it higher. So this is when it gets into this situation. This becomes one of these situations where the guys who relate to the party, they're usually the ones left holding the bag. So let's give it some time to see if it can if it sets up. But that's what I'm looking for right now. All right. Alright, so just a quick update. Just went long on the VIX here at 1807. This is the bar that I was waiting for. A close, a nice strong bar, message bar, close above one of these moving averages that I watch, the 10 EMEA. So I'm long 1807 with the stop below $18. So let's see where this takes us now. This puts us in on the larger time frame here. A nice little bit of a potential red dot reversal here, as price has really closed right on the edge of that 1805 level. All right. So taking a look here on the ES, we have a similar pattern but in reverse. So you can see here we had a nice run up. This guy came back in and back down, perhaps trapping the bears right at the opening range high. Right. This is what I'm always watching, this opening range high, and how price action interacts with those levels. And let's take a look at the YM, and we have the exact same pattern here, right? So we had a good strong run on the YM, and now what we're seeing here is we're seeing that we had some sellers step in right here on this candle. So let me just highlight that. Okay, we see the sellers here who stepped in and trapped these guys effectively up top. So if we could have the sellers really step in here and push it down to the downside, these guys who got long up here are in a world of pain, right? So this is exactly what we're looking for here, is to force the late buyers or the late sellers, whichever direction you're trading, to force the cover, which will add to the fuel of the direction move to the opposite side. Okay, so let's see where this takes us. Back to the VIX here for a second. We're long 1807, and looking for this thing to move back into this range again here, maybe close to the VWAP, which is this brown line, the volume weighted average price, and that would be for a good plus 3R trade. All right, 301. All right, quick update. So this position has now moved to plus 2R-ish in our favor. Very quick move. This is exactly what we're looking for in terms of a reversal. We've now trailed our stop. to plus 1R. So the worst I can risk on this point here, or stand to gain, is plus 1R minus a bit of slippage. So that's exactly what we're again looking for in terms of that red dog reversal, and timing it with a lower time frame entry. Just again in the bigger picture, just to review what we talked about here, right? So we had this situation where we had a prolonged period of selling, and we were looking for the selling to basically begin to subside. And eventually, we're looking for some of these late sellers to come in and get trapped. And it's exactly what happened here, right? So those guys who got long down here, let me just zoom in again to the lower time frame. Those guys who basically got short down here, they got trapped, right? Plain as simple as that. They got trapped, and this is a classic. Here, I'll zoom in even closer. This is a classic reversal signal. If you're just a simple candle chart reader, that's a simple tweezer pattern there, right? And so those guys here, these guys indicate that we have some consolidation followed by some indecision. And whoever breaks, how that breaks to the upside, that's a confirmation that it is a reversal. So we're now up plus 2-ish on this trade. Trailed my stop to plus 1R. Let's give it some room and see if we can hit that VWAP that we called out before at around 1826. Okay, so another quick update. There you are. That move has gone to plus 3R. Hit the VWAP exactly as we called it. I've now trailed my stop to plus 2R. So the least I can stand again on this is plus 2R, minus perhaps a bit of slippage. So the next stop here is around 1831. Let's see if we can continue there, or does the VWAP hold this move here? So good trade. So whatever happens at this point here, I'm content. I've locked in my profits, and simply trailing here at this point to see if we can capture more. Other than that, that's a picture perfect trade in terms of a red dog reversal and capturing that on the lower time frame. All right, 311. Let's give it some more time. I'll keep the recording running here to see to show you how I manage the trade and where I get out ultimately. But pretty much a dead-on read here. Hit the VWAP. Now we're just trying to see whether or not it goes higher or not. Okay, 311 once again. Alright, so just got stopped out in that trade for plus 2R. So that concludes the trade. So once again, just to go over it in summary, I was looking for a reversal there based upon some heavy selling that came to be. I was looking for the 1805 area to get violated. We drilled down to the 2-minute time frame to get a low risk entry. Got long 1805 on a number of confluent factors. Number one, of course, was that red dog reversal. Number two, this is a setup that I oftentimes look for on this close above the this 10-period moving average. We had these tweezer bars also as a method of, or also as a confluent factor, and that pretty much worked right on. We called for the VWAP as a possible target, hit that area exactly on the dot, and then it has bounced off that since. It could leg higher here, or it could come back lower. At this point, it doesn't really matter. We've caught the easy money on that trade. Alright, so hope this video helps, and hope that you can begin to look for these patterns yourself. All the best.